Welcome to the 4th episode of Helping Youth Make Better Life Decisions. I'm your host, Eric Daddario. And this series is meant to do exactly what it sounds like. It's meant to help you, the youth, make better life decisions in those tough, in those stressful, those struggling moments that you go through in life so that you can live a much happier, healthier life. And today, we're going to talk about something that not a whole lot of people talk about. And as a matter of fact, not a whole lot of people know that you can do. And when you actually do this, you implement it over time, you start molding yourself into the person you want to become. You start taking the path you want to take in life. Ultimately, when you start doing what we're going to talk about today, you create the destiny you want in life. See, what we're going to talk about is becoming a better decision maker. And you may be saying, well, I can become a better decision maker? How? We're going to talk about that in a sec. But think about this for a sec. When you become a better decision maker, what do you think happens in your life? You live that much better of a life because you have that much more control of your life. So let's talk about how to become a better decision maker. It's about practicing your decisions. And I'm not talking about waiting around for the life-altering decisions to practice. No, I'm talking about practicing those everyday decisions that you have to make. And practicing the things that we've talked about in episode 1, episode 2, and 3 of this series. If you haven't watched those videos, go back and watch them. You know what I'm talking about. But just like in episode 1, we talked about taking that step back, taking a few deep breaths in, clearing your body and your mind of those emotions. Just like we talked about in episode 2, asking ourselves questions that are really going to make you think, such as, all right, if I make this decision, does it align with my beliefs? If I make this decision, is it going to get me that much closer to the goals, to the dreams that I have in life? I mean, it's really the same as anything else. Great examples are, if you want to become a better basketball player, what do you have to do? You got to go out on the court, you got to practice the dribbling, you got to practice the shot. If you want to become a better drummer, what do you have to do? You got to practice the drumming. You got to practice that song you want to master. You want to become a better drawer, what do you have to do? You've got to practice the drawing. And so when that moment comes and you're in that game and it's a high, tense, stressful moment, you got the ball, it's thrown to you right there. You're in that corner, that sweet spot that you've been working on for so long. You've been practicing and practicing and practicing. You get that ball and you throw it up. You got confidence. You got confidence to make the shot because you've been practicing it hours and hours and hours. And this is the same exact thing. Just like practicing that shot and throwing it up in that game. When you practice these little decisions that you have to make on an everyday basis that aren't life-altering, then when those life-altering decisions come in the moment, you make it. You got it. You got the confidence because you've been practicing and practicing day after day, and it just becomes routine. You know what to do. You know to take the step back, take the few deep breaths. You know to ask yourself the questions. You know not to let the choices you made in the past, like we talked about in episode 3, affect the choices that you're making now. So simply, how do you become a better decision maker? Just like you become better at anything else. You've got to practice and practice and practice every day. And then when that high, stressful moment comes, that life-altering choice comes about, you got it. You're ready to go because you got the confidence and you've been practicing. Guys, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear how this helped you. I hope you grab something from this episode today and you're able to take it with you to become a better decision maker, to live a much happier, healthier, a better life. Our next episode, episode 5, it's going to be a good one. It's going to get deep because we're going to talk about perspective. We're going to talk about how your perspective is what ultimately determines a large part of the decisions you make. And we're going to actually talk about how you can change your perspective so that you can make those decisions in your life to live that life that you want, that you deserve. Until next time, guys, take care.